Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the Inside Spurs channel. Happy Thursday evening. I hope we're all okay. I hope we're all right. I hope we are all having as good a day as absolutely possible. Obviously, we are talking in this video around the man on the thumbnail himself. It's actually ironically an older thumbnail, hence why he's in his Blackburn stuff, not Spurs stuff, in Ashley Phillips. And interest from Championship club Stoke City. So we'll be talking about that. We'll be talking about these stupidly weird reports around Christensen from Barcelona. We're going to be talking about some stats that I was quite keen on bringing into this video from the Leicester game, as well as a weird old report stating around Spurs and you know what I mean. We'll get to it. Don't worry. Ignore me for now. Just want to say, though, if you're watching this and you're new, subscribe. Be very much welcome to join us for the journey. And even Tom, we definitely left centre back now as Phillips is gone. We'll talk about that in a minute. Hey, Oscar, Spurs, Dan, Terry, Sonia, how are we all? I hope we're all having a belter of a day. I've just clocked that Chelsea are playing tonight, but they're not on TV because apparently the qualifiers for the Conference League aren't on BT or TNT. Make of that what you need. All right, let's jump in. And let's talk Ashley Phillips. So, ironically, I first originally saw it from Team Talk, and I actually think Team Talk get a bit of a bad name, but actually, them and Football Insider recently have actually been hitting a lot of correct things. So, you know, as much as they get slandered, they do get a lot of things right as well. Now, part of that is if you throw enough stuff at the wall, it's going to be right. So I get that as well. But they said that Stoke City are in talks with Tottenham over defender Ashley Phillips, who will be allowed to leave on loan. Now, Stoke City, Championship, like I said, the league below the Premier League. Now, I was sort of holding off on this anyway, because this came out, I think it came out like 4.5, maybe 5 hours ago. Well, Adam Leventhal, who used to work for Sky Sports, I'm pretty sure, now works for The Athletic, have said that Stoke City are in advanced talks to sign Ashley Phillips on loan from Spurs. Now, look, if he wasn't going to be part of Ange's plans, then I get it. I do. Like, as much as I'm sitting there going, oh, are we going to go into another season with 3 centre-backs just to lose 1 or 2 to injuries at the same time, and then we're back down to playing fullbacks at centre-half? But there's still time in this window. Now, we went into last season, and after the window had shut, we let Davinson Sanchez go. Couldn't replace him. Okay? Technically, his replacement was probably Dragujin in January, and then we let Dyer go. So then we were down again. On this side of things, look, if he goes out on loan, I can understand it, but ideally, you'd want a centre-half coming in. Ideally, you'd want a centre-half coming in. You know what I mean? So, look, again, hopefully the most important thing is he goes out on loan. He gets plenty of minutes. He succeeds, does well. And it's not like the Plymouth loan where he joins and then the manager gets sacked only a few weeks later. The director of football then takes over and they are playing a game of football that even prime Jose Mourinho parking the bus couldn't achieve, with like 25% possession, 30% possession quite frequently. So hopefully with Stoke, they're going to get on the ball a bit more, and it allows him to play his game a bit more. Because at the end of the day, if he's going to ever play for Spurs, he's going to have to learn to kick the ball out of the back. I'm not saying he can't. I'm just saying in Spurs' system, that's what we do. And hopefully he's going to a team that's going to allow him to do that. Yeah, it's not ideal. But again, if he's going to get regular game time, we can't guarantee him enough game time, then I get it. But ideally, we would like a centre-half coming in. Now, does this make the situation look as Ben Davies is the backup left back, and then we'll get a centre half in? Is it a situation that Ben Davies is viewed as a centre back and we'll get a left back in? Is it a situation that we're going to get someone that can play a bit of both? People have talked about Mario Hermoso, but again, that's gone quiet. I've talked about Patrick Dorgu from Lecce. We've talked about Bradley Locko. Trying to think, we talked about Kyle Walker-Peters, obviously. So there was a lot of stuff in there, but you know how Johan Lang works. He works in mysterious ways and quiet ways. So we'll have to see. Even EZ, mate, how are you? Martin, Dragon, how are we all? Good loan Phillips, hopefully be ready next season. You'd hope so, wouldn't you? You'd hope so, Terry. Herb, we're talking with Leverkusen of Hincapie. Does this mean Romero could go? No, Romero's going absolutely nowhere. And I actually haven't seen anything on Hincapie personally. So I'll have a look in a minute and see if I can see anything. Phillips might be the next expense. And after the loan, he might become a first-team mainstay. Well, I wouldn't say no to that, mate. I wouldn't say no to that. Spurs should go. Evening, Jazz, mate. How are you? Um, yeah, I don't. I didn't spend much time on Twitter this evening because of the Spurs Twitter was imploding again tonight, which was yeah. I tried to ignore. But yeah. Welcome to Spurs Twitter imploding on itself. Let's talk about this weird report about Andreas Christensen. It's not. There's nothing in this for me. I don't believe this for a second. But Sport have said that Tottenham have joined the races for Barcelona defender Andreas Christensen. Now, if I'm going to be real here, it's not. This isn't a dig at Andreas Christensen. It's not a dig at him. They want somewhere around 40 to 50 for him. Already, that should show you enough that we're not going to be in there. But secondly, he's a right centre back. It's the one position in our team that I can sit here with full 100% faith and go, that's one position that we don't need anything is right centre back. When you think of Dragusin and Romero, that's the one position I think we can all categorically sit there and say, I think we're okay there, guys. I don't think we need anything. Even the most anti-Spurs and pro-Spurs fan, that is a Spurs fan, can all sit there and say, I think that's the one position we're all good. Could do with the left centre back. That'd be nice though. Go for Indica. Roma want to sell to balance their books. I have to check it out, mate. Civil war on Spurs Twitter tonight. Oh, it is awful, isn't it, Martin? Awful. Awful. A lot of you have sort of said, oh, I don't watch this page, this page, this page. Can't lie. A few of them did. Some of them surfaced on my Twitter feed, and I can see why a few of you don't watch them. I hate that damn Twitter, and Musk is a space alien. Yeah, it's awful, isn't it? Evening, guys. I got my pass in my art today. It was either a pass, a merit, and a distinction. I'm going to do architecture this year. Well, Adiz, mate, congratulations, my friends. You've worked hard. You've earned it. Sorry. Enjoy yourself this evening. Enjoy yourself this weekend. You've earned it, my friend. Okay. Congratulations. And let's be honest, mate, a pass is a pass. Okay. Don't worry if it's a merit distinction. You got what you wanted out of the end. And you got what you wanted in the end. That's the important thing, mate. So well done. Well done, my friend. So yeah, I don't see the Andreas Christensen being anything of any real relevance. I'm gonna ignore it if I'm honest. Yeah, try to ignore it if I'm honest. If I'm you, all right. But supposedly a lot of teams in and around Europe, by the way, have been keen on Ashley Phillips as well. So that's a little something. It's a little something. So I think Brentford have signed 2 players today. Good on them. Can't Christensen play left back? No, he can't. I never got a Twitter account. I tried once 10 years ago, deleted it the same day. It was better then, and I used to have one back then. It was better then than it is now. It's not good now. It's not good now. Like I said, Spurs Twitter was imploding on itself today. Lots of negativity. Fans calling out other fans. Spurs YouTubers calling out of Twitter accounts and calling out fans for the people that don't agree with them being Levy supporters and things like that. It was a miserable place this evening. So yeah, if I'm you, steer clear. You're welcome, Adiz, mate. You're welcome. I want to talk though about this stat, and I was going to talk about it in my preview tomorrow, but I thought actually I want to talk about it now because this is a man who through large chunks of the season last year got pelters. And through pre-season, he got pelters. And I thought he was fantastic against Leicester. And then people automatically went, yeah, he wasn't very good in the second half, though, was he? And it was like, yeah, no, he was good. Everyone was good for the first 10 minutes. And then who played well after that? But of course, it's the agenda-driven fans who want to single out a certain player or two. Emerson's gone, Højbjerg's gone. Oh, we can't. Oh, those 2 scapegoats are gone. We need to find more scapegoats. So StatMuse putting out that passes into the box on the Premier League opening weekend. James Maddison had 8. Man City and Man United had 7 each between them as a team. He had won more than both of those teams. You know what I mean? Like he's gotten pelters, but I thought, you know what? I'm going to put some credit on his name for once. He's been getting absolutely slaughtered by fans for no reason. I don't truly understand why. Oh, wait, we're Spurs fans. We have to hate our own players, don't we? So I thought, I'm going to put some loving. I'm going to put some loving on his name. Any thoughts on Joe Gomez would be a good utility signing? Not for me personally. Good utility, and he plays across all the back four. He does. I know that. Just not for the money that they're going to want. And I could see Liverpool wanting 40 odd million, and not for me personally, Martin. I don't know what you think, mate. Any incomings? We're still waiting on the incoming side of things. We work in mysterious, quiet ways. We're looking at potentially 2 this window, 1 to 2. By the way, did you see? Aston Villa signed Samuel Illing Jr. Apparently, he's going out on loan already. What I'm going to say is, don't always look at a team's summer window and think that we wish we had that. That's that, and the other. All you were interested in was the quantity of signings. Actually, when you look at the quality of signings, the quality is not as much there as you think. The fact that we're loaning out some of their new signings is not a good sign. Celso, Solomon, Reggie next. Well, Solomon has interest. We know that. He has interest. We talked about him in a previous video, which, by the way, if you're watching this and you didn't know, I talked earlier. Go back and watch that live. We talked about Solomon leaving. Tottenham away channel said that Odegaard is bang average signing. Yes, he's played 0 minutes for Spurs, but he's a bang average signing. Just know what I mean? Just how about we support a player for once? Just don't be so miserable as people. Yes, Odegaard played for Burnley, but they haven't seen him play. Exactly. But I guarantee they'd have raved about Desiree Doué because it was 60 million. For them, it's about the figure, not about the player. Linked with Barcelona centre half. I talked about it already, Simon, and I don't believe it, if I'm honest, mate. Yo, Andy Panny, what's good? Who are we signing next? Oh, I tell you what, mate. You and me, we're going to be taking this outside in a minute if you keep calling me Andy Pandy. No, I'm joking, Petrossi, mate. How are you, first and foremost? Signing next, mate. Too hard to tell you. For 25-30, I'd be all over it. I think he'd be turned into a good inverted fullback. Not sure about a good inverted fullback. But in terms of like an athletic centre-half, maybe. But I think look elsewhere, personally. You should do a tactical analysis on the Leicester game. That's been and gone, mate. I've got my preview tomorrow, though. I have my preview tomorrow. When Ange does his press conference, I will be recording the video. I may go live. I may just pre-record it. I'm not sure. But we'll be doing our preview tomorrow for the Everton game, which is on Saturday at 3 p.m. So stay tuned for that video coming out tomorrow. Like I said, I may try and get the new running mate / guest on to do it with me. If not, it'll just be me still. My ugly mug, I know. Do you think Odegaard is going to start on Saturday? I don't think he's going to start, but I think he will feature. I think it'll be Kulu out on the right. I think Maddison will start in the centre. Do you know what? I can't choose the midfield until I hear from Ange. It's really difficult because Bentancur's obviously going to miss time. We know that. But Basuma could be back. Is it going to be Archie Gray? You know what I mean? So I just want to wait and see what the news is first. Looking forward to seeing Odegaard. Know nothing about him. Avoided clips of him. Not bad, Ed. Not bad. It's that beautiful wow moment when you get to watch him. Ed, I'd watch the training clips because at least you get to see him in training against our own players. Needless to say, he skins a lot of our players, which is always a good sign. Slightly bad sign, but also a good sign. Why so much negativity on the young signings? Let's give them support. Could be different players for us. Well, what's the worst thing you could do to a young player? Actually, any signing when you sign them in, kick them, verbally abuse them, and Spurs fans seems to be doing that. It's ridiculous, isn't it? It's ridiculous. Hello, hey Alan, mate. How are we? Is Christensen left foot? I think he's right foot, mate. Get Jermaine Genius. He has spare time. He does have spare time after tonight, doesn't he? Seen something about the Japan centre back from Germany club who Ange had when he was managed the Japan league. Not sure, mate. Not sure. One nice turn by Odegaard, and the fans will love him. We're dying for a bit of skill. Honestly, I was sold on when he skinned Archie Gray. I was sold already. Get Ornstein. I'd love to get Ornstein, but he's a bit too big time for me, mate. But I'd love to. Would love to see Gray get the start in midfield this week. Potentially. Like I said, I just want to wait and see what Ange says because because you're going to think one of the reporters is going to go, any update in Basuma? And then Ange is going to be like, he's in the squad or he's not in the squad. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Disagree about some fans wanting players to figure out. I watch all the Spurs channels. Some want ready-made players with experience. It was a generalization, D-boy. This wasn't me saying everyone wants something like such. It was a generalization of certain people. There's nothing wrong with wanting ready-to-made go players, but understanding that the players that we have signed, like the Bergvals and Greys, who, yes, are young, are crazy talented. There's a reason people are calling for Bergval and Gray to start in this team. And the idea of buying ready-made players, I understand to a degree, but we also signed a guy from Udinese, that left back, Destiny. Can't remember his last name. He wasn't ready-made, and he was the best left back in the league last season. Figaro was pretty decent as a goalkeeper. As long as you weren't spearing him into the goal, he was pretty decent. It's not always about ready-made. It's about what fits the system. That's always my vibe about things. I get what you're saying, D-Boy, and I'm not attacking you, by the way, mate. So I don't want you to think that I am. There's a thumbs up for you, D-Boy. That's just for you, D-Boy, that thumbs up. You're welcome. But I also think, get players that are ready to go in Ange ball. Get players that are ready to go in Ange system. I didn't think Jed Spence could play Ange ball, by the way. I might be holding my hands up pretty quickly and saying, actually, I think he's all right. Porro out till after North London. Bentancur to be back for Newcastle. Well, Bentancur will miss time through concussion protocol, but Porro's been back in training, supposedly. But again, let's just wait and see what Ange says tomorrow, and then we will know. Surely Gray over Basuma. Well, like I said, let's just wait and see what Ange says. The app says Porro's out till late September. Well, normally what you do, when you like order something and they say, oh, it's going to arrive in 1 to 4 days, and it comes in 1 day. It gives you that buffer, you know what I mean? And they technically have to tell you back by this time. Doesn't mean that he's going to be back by the time. He could be back early. To be fair, most football fans are fickle, not just our club fans. Found out when I scrolled through other club channel comments. Oh, geez, that must have been a brutal watch time. Breaking news, my tea time. Simon, what's for tea? But Porro's in training. I don't understand. Like I said, mate, let's just wait and see. Just all we got to do is wait for you've got to wait for about a day, and you'll have my preview. But tomorrow afternoon, we're going to know from Ange himself. Will Solomon be on the bench on Saturday? No, I don't think so. He's going out on loan anyway, but I just think there's enough bodies on the bench that can be there. Even Heung-Min, how are you, mate? Big up all, much love. Be interesting to see who starts the midfield. Nigel, I completely agree. Nigel, how are you, mate? I completely agree. I think the safe bet is Maddison's going to start. Obviously, the performance that he had, he was very good against Leicester. I think that's a safe shout that Maddison will start. Who will start with him? It's a difficult question because obviously Sarr's fit. And Sarr didn't do a lot wrong against Leicester, if I'm honest. It was a quieter game, but I don't think he did a ton wrong. Obviously, Bentancur is going to drop out. So you have to consider there's going to be at least one change, Solomon Arky, yeah. Meatballs. Oh, yes, Simon. That sounds a good evening for me, mate. That's a good evening. What time's Ange press conference tomorrow? It's normally around lunchtime tomorrow. What about Mikey, Devine, Lancashire? Well, Lancashire got injured the other night. Mikey, I assume, will feature in the next few weeks, to be honest. Devine, yeah, that Alfie Devine, I don't know what's going on there. Maybe a loan deal. Marvellous. Good to see. I'm good as well, mate. Opportunity for Spence to shine. I love it, Terry. Absolutely right. Someone to Leeds would be great movie, crush it in the Championship. He would. And if he does really well in the Championship, and if you did want to sell him, his value does go up quite a bit. I mean, we've seen Brighton buy the Leeds striker for 40 million. We bought Archie Gray in theory for 40, but it works out as 30. There's money to be made there. I agree some fans are very toxic and write off players too quickly. We have to be patient. We have no choice. Yeah. Just like I've always said, you don't have to love every player, but you can support every player. There's nothing wrong with that. Maddison's good for 60 minutes. Well, like I said, Gabriel, I'm not going to pick Maddison out for 60 minutes. I don't think I think you probably count in one hand who had a good second half. We're all still hating. Yeah, apparently. My starting 11, Vic, Porro, Romero, Van der Ven, Destiny, Gray, Bergval, Kulu, Odebest, Lanky, Son. Well, tell me that again tomorrow, Dees, but you've missed out Maddison in that team. I need me some Maddison there, mate. Sarr was much better in the second half. He saved 2 goal chances when he tracked back. Yeah, obviously, one of them was offside, but he still made the effort. So, and that's the thing with Sarr. Sarr's whole thing was just tons of energy, and we didn't really see that for a little while. So if we get that back, we've got I mean, let's be honest. We all loved Sarr last year. We loved Sarr previous to that. It's like when you get a new toy. I've got a new toy now. I don't want to play with my favorite toys because I've got these new toys. He's not much older than Archie Gray. He's not much older than Bergvall, if you think about it. You know, he's younger than Basuma, Bentancur, and Maddison. He's still got plenty of time to improve. We will score against Everton, so I'm hoping to win. Well, look, if we can get a win for 2-3 goal win, everyone will start to forget about Leicester. People finally seeing Johnson's poor quality. No, not tonight, Kyrie. Link with the young Borough lad. Yeah, I talked about him, Hayden Hackney. And I sort of said about Hayden Hackney, is good player, very, very talented player. Had a decent season in the Championship last year. Is he a big enough upgrade on Alfie Devine? I think that's my comp. You know what I mean? What have I missed? Sarni's running games. Too many fans writing him off already. Yeah, one game in, Mark. One game in, Terry. Terry's a legend. We all love Terry in this chat. Bloody legend. Just submit. Chris. It's a poor quality summer fruit squash, but Chris, welcome. Welcome, my friend. Welcome for the journey. You're more than welcome, as everyone else is in this channel, Chris. You'll be happy to know, Chris, we're not a doom and gloom channel. We're a positive channel. We're fair, though. We do critique when it's earned and deserved, but we're a fair channel. But yes, welcome, mate. Need more aggression from Sarr tomorrow. I think giving me Sarr what he was last season for big chunks will be good. Maybe Madders over Kulu, but Kulu should be playing, to be fair. I think Kulu will start on the right wing. I think Kulu will be starting the right wing, and I think Madders will start in the 10. You can't drop Madders after that performance when he was very, very good. I think you just start Kulu out on the right. And I wanted Kulu to start on the right against Leicester. I'm now wanting him to start right now. All those opportunities that Solanke was getting created, you know what I mean? Get Kulu in there to help him out. Concern we have let a lot of experience go and we're putting a lot of faith in young players. Hopefully we sign some experience next 9 days. Well, I hope we sign some players next 9 days for sure, Nige. One thing I would say is if you it doesn't matter about your age, if you know, with you being so young, if you're good enough, it doesn't matter your age. And they sometimes seem to think, well, I talked about today, Bergvall and Gray have been ticking the boxes. They're not moving for other midfielders because they're so happy with what they have there. Then I back it. You know, I think we've seen in pre-season that Archie Gray and Bergvall look very solid. The cameo that we had from them both looked pretty decent. Obviously, small sample size. We need to see a little bit more of it. But these are coaches that work with these guys every day. They know they know a lot more about those lads than we do. You know, start Sarr, Maddison, and Kulu. Oh, that's attacking, Gamecock. That's attacking. And you're right. Fans like Toy Story. Goal stiff. Not Sava. I've come across Sava today. I've come across him for the first time today. And yeah, a lot of people have been saying, you know, they don't enjoy his content. That's on them. For me, it came on Twitter. I just clicked on the top. You know when you go on a tweet and it's on the top right, and it brings out a list of things. Just not interested in this post. Simple as that. That's all you need to do. No beef. Not gonna say anything mean about him or anything like that because I don't know the guy. But just wasn't interested in the post. There's nothing wrong with that either. I'm too old for this stuff. I'm a club puppet. Hey, Skygaze is back. Wait for this. Jota's rubbish at football. Wait for him to implode. I don't have any standards. Skygaze is very happy this evening. I'm a fake fan. Can you tell me what year that's from, Skygazer, mate? And Bale number 3. Yeah, no, of course. I'm a fake fan. Donut. Transfer identity. Don't do anything with kids. It's very true. Sarr needs to start adding goals to his game. People consistent. Yeah, do you know what? A few goals here and there by Sarr. People be loving him again. I think if Bergvall and come in, Gray should come in for Sarr. Bergvall for Madders. Basuma stays on. Oh, you're dropping Madders. Brutal, Kyrie, mate. Evening, Liam, mate. How are we? You stand for Spurs staying as a mediocre club because you have no standards. Good to see, mate. When you're young, you're fearless. I'd rather have fearless warriors than old veterans. Well, you know what you might get from the old ones. You like Savage Channel. That's fine. That's fine, Ed, mate. You're allowed to enjoy what you're allowed to enjoy, mate. You know? I miss the days of watching Arsenal TV for the meltdown. Now it's us. I tell you what, Arsenal TV had a meltdown the other week, didn't they? When they were saying they should sack Arteta. And I was like, what? But hey. Yes, my first experience, Martin. I was, just, you know, sacked it off there and then. I was like, I'm not interested in the post. Move on. Although I have to keep doing that because Twitter's rubbish. I have to keep doing that. I have to keep updating what I'm not interested in. I'm like, why on earth am I getting weird memes? I'm here for football. You have no standard for the club. You sugarcoat. Oh. Sky Gaze, mate. Like I said, if you don't enjoy someone's content, mate, you don't have to watch them. I don't know why you're here being upset about this. Life's too short, my friend. Go out and enjoy the rest of your evening, or your day, or the afternoon, wherever you are in the world. He's going to see this and start talking. Well, look, if he does, that's on him. I've not said anything bad. You know? Definitely need to be more brave on one-on-ones. Open up these low blocks. Nullify attacks. Can't really see Odegaard. Yeah, I think Odegaard will help that for sure. No, I meant come in around 60-minute mark. Sorry, my bad, Kyrie. I misread. Need to catch up on when your previous post. That shirt is 2009-10. Ooh, is it, Chris? Are you sure? Are you sure? I like your channel as well, mate. I appreciate that, Ed. I appreciate that. I like you being here, Ed. When our wingers fail to take on players, the system struggles. Yeah, we have to be better at that. This guy's not even a Spurs fan. Oh, nice. Start Kulu instead of Sarr and Odegaard instead of Johnson. I think Kulu instead of Johnson. Will they drop Sarr for Bergvall? That's the one that I'm going to look at. I wouldn't drop Matters. Ange will be gone by Christmas. No, John, come on. Not like that. I wouldn't drop Matters. I think a player like Gomez could add different capabilities in midfield. I wish we were going for Gomez, Gary, but unfortunately we're not. Show us an old photo of you as a fan with a Tottenham shirt on. That's a bit noncy, mate. Check your hard drive. No point in gatekeeping. Play him out of 60 minutes to keep him healthy at his best. Okay. As soon as I flicked your channel on, you knew I was here. You called my name, Jesus. Angelo, mate, how are you? You avoid Twitter because it's too toxic. Yeah, I agree. You all talk to one another. That's kind of how conversations go, my friends. I wonder if Donna is going to come. Yesterday, she was doing a madness. Kyrie, I can agree with you there. Absolute madness. Absolute madness. If you need a mod, I already mod on three Spurs positive channels. If you want to know who they are, I'll mention them. You're more than welcome to let them know, Chris. You're more than welcome to let them know. They're good dudes. That's the important thing, you know. But I tell you what, Chris, I'll keep that in mind. I will keep that in mind, though. I like that. I just want to say you discuss me with the positivity instead of being depressed and angry about a football club all the time. sorry, boy from the lane. I better get out there and shout at the clouds. Not bad, thanks. How's everyone? Hit the likes. I'm good, Nim. I think we're all okay, somewhat. Skygaze is having a bit of meltdown, but we're all okay. Hope you're okay, though, Liam. I'm a gatekeeper whose job is it to sugarcoat the transfer because you have no standard. Oh, fun. Let's have a look at Skygaze's profile, shall we? Let's have a look. Simple salvation. Oh, crikey. So for a person who puts a lot of John 3:16s and things like that, you have a lot of attitude towards people. You need to do better there, my friends. Golf Clash Ryder Cup rookie tournament winners. Oh, there you go. Some interesting stuff. He's got 285 subscribers and 21 videos. Nice, mate. Here we go. Flaminsky Davide. Interesting. What have I missed? Madison Bervalsar. Evening, Mark, mate. How are we? Excited to see Odegaard and Moore get a run at right wing versus Everton. Tell you what, left wing Moore could cook. Show us another photo of you as a fan with the Tottenham shirt on. Yeah, it was a bit dodgy, wasn't it, Alex? Yeah. Where Andy, you have beef with Sava? No, Mate, I've never come across him before. It came up on Twitter, and because basically Spurs Twitter's having a meltdown this afternoon, evening, and I came across it and I watched it, and I was like, "Oh, this is a bit doom and gloom, isn't it?" And all I did was on Twitter. You press the three dots. Not interested in the post. See less of this. That's it. People can enjoy his content. People can dislike his content. They do what they want to do. For me, I've got no ill will to any Spurs YouTuber. That's not my game. That's not my game. So no beef whatsoever. I came across him for the first time today. Just not for me. And there's nothing wrong in that. Oh, Dybala's oh, here we go. This is going to come in. I'm going to talk about this in a second. Let me do the rest of your comments first. Haha, keep it up. Feel for them. That lot didn't leave the house and have angry thoughts of Levy daily. Yeah, talk about living rent-free, eh? Hayden Hackney rumours. Talked about it yesterday, Robin Hood. I hope Odegaard and Moore are on the pitch at the same time versus Everton. I don't think we're on the same pitch at the same time, but hopefully start seeing more of them in the coming weeks. Underwhelming transfer so far from Spurs Eze to Neto to Odegaard. My friends, Odegaard is looking like a talent. If we'd signed Desiree Doué, a lot of people would be really excited. But Odegaard is a similar style player. What have I missed? Grieven, mate. You missed half an hour. L tell Cockerell, talk and ball and Spurs diehards till I die. Hang on, Chris. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to copy those because I don't watch a lot of other people. But you know what? I should probably start to watch the other people here and there. I'll have a look at them. Chris. So when Chris tells me they're really positive, I go in there and they're all doom and gloom. And I'm like, oh, Chris, you're killing me. More favours possessions on the left. Yeah. Create your own chat. Well, yeah, let him do his own thing. Hayden Hackney, position, central midfield. Appreciate your more balanced view on the team. Refreshing change from some content creators, doom and gloom. Keep up the good work. Michael. Appreciate that, Michael. Absolute legend. Absolute legend. And United Spurs of America. Crikey. That's a powerful name, isn't it? United Spurs of America. Well, do you know what? I'll put them in my notes and have a little look at them. Annie, thank you for your channel and the effort from the positive community. Hey, you're all a part of this for making it so positive. Don't worry. Thank you very much, though, mate. Worried about Wooterberger. Link's coming back. Oh, it's the Stoke player. Yeah, I forgot about him. Missed 30 minutes playing London 2012 Best Olympics game came out. Oh, I tell you what, that was a belter of a game, wasn't it? Belter of a game, Camago. That's the four that you're modding. Oh, I'll have a look at Chris. What happened to Van Gogh? OGs of the channel disappearing. If I remember correctly, he's going to come back and tell me I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure he went to China for a bit, so I'm not going to kill him for it. Ashmatic on Spurs King is good too. I'll have a look at that as well. Vincent Company spoke very highly of Odegaard. Absolutely. Right, I want to talk about this. Now, I talked about Giovanni Celso, well, really quite a bit over the last couple of weeks. And we were going through the teams that are interested in him. We talked about Roma. We talked about Charlotte FC. We talked about Al Qadsia. We talked about Aston Villa, Real Betis. So there's a lot. Richard Romano, 4 minutes ago, saying that Dybala stays at Roma. The bid from Al Qadsia has been rejected. Now, we also talked about the fact that Al Qadsia were going to go for Lo Celso if their move for Dybala fell through. That, there, in theory, is great news for Spurs. It's going to kick Spurs into gear. Well, not Spurs as such, but it'll kick Al Qadsia into gear for moving for Lo Celso. So that supposedly could be good news in terms of Lo Celso departure. Obviously, we knew about Solomon earlier. We talked about him earlier. But Al Qadsia for Lo Celso, that maybe could have some legs to it now. You know? Vince Cummings spoke very highly of Odegaard. Well, he was his manager. So he had a good sign to sort of good time to look at him. He went to get us a CDM from China. Top guy, Van Gogh. Top guy. He's a good lad, Van Gogh. He gives me a lot of crap in a good way. He's a good guy. Interesting. Saudi would probably pay 50 million for him. Yeah, I think so. We'll get Yang in January. We will. I'm looking forward to him as well. People talk about what, other teams, getting these exciting wingers are doing. We're just following suit. I'm looking forward to it. I don't remember him standing out at Burnley. Ange bigs up Johnson, how deluded he is. Poor player. Ashraf, dude, come on. You're killing the mood here. But no. Odegaard is a very young player, mate. Very young player. And if you've been watching, all I'm going to say is let the guy get a run of games and then judge him. We all need to give these young players that we have 5, 6, 7, 8 games to see what they can show us, not how we treated Johnson after 3 minutes and gone, well, he's crap. Let's give these guys a good run of games and let them try and settle in. It's not easy. It's not easy. We're not Premier League footballers, you know. Hope we win Saturday. Can't even imagine a meltdown. Oh, trust me, boy from Lane. It will be, the meltdown will be incredible for viewing if you're not a Spurs fan. But I think we'll win. Obviously, we're doing the preview tomorrow. I'm going to give you my score prediction and all that stuff tomorrow. I hope we're done that. Namaste. My guy, Marshall. How are you, mate? Moore and Yang, similar. There you go. Has anybody mentioned the Hotspur must for optimistic off the wall Spurs stuff? He's been mentioned a bit, actually. Caption Grandma. He's been mentioned a bit. I personally don't know him, but he has been mentioned a bit, and somewhat is a better quality channel than others, supposedly. Again, not digging anyone out there. But we have Johnson a full season. No, but Kyrie, a lot of people had written Johnson off after a couple of games. Doesn't matter what ended up being his season and what it looked like. I want the guys that are coming in now to be given a good couple of months to get up to speed. But in Premier League, you're not deserving of that. Yeah, but they're not going to be starting week in, week out. They're going to be getting some good minutes here and there. I know Ange will not get a defensive midfielder, but do you think we need one? I've had a few. Chris, you're new actually, so I will give you my views on this. I normally don't because it's something that I've talked about countless times, but you are new, so it's not right to tell you. I've talked about this already, Chris. I'm not that guy. Chris, I gave a few reasons as to maybe why it's not as crucial. Number one, the main back four of Destiny and Porro at fullbacks, and Romero and Mickey at the back. Last season was the fourth best defense in the league in the games that they played together. Okay, so don't look at the total stats because the total stats are actually extremely misleading, and they don't do anyone justice. But on those four, they were a top four defense. We were better than Aston Villa. So the top three were the top three, and then it was us. I also said, actually, if you look at the start of the season, our attacks weren't breaking down as much. You know, we weren't giving counterattack after counterattack after counterattack to the opposition. We're actually creating opportunities and not losing the ball stupidly. And ironically, Sarr, Basuma, Romero, Mickey, Destiny, Porro handled quite a bit of those counterattacks. Once basically we started breaking down attacking wise, which I think coincides with injuries to different players, and then obviously then after that we lost players to the African Cup of Nations and the Asian Cup. It all just sort of fell apart. If the attack is better suited and they're a lot more fluids, won't have as many issues. That's my view. Now, six, we got a dominant six. Oh, fantastic. I'd love it. Is it the be all and end all for us having a good season? I don't think so. That's my general view. I want Bergvall to start, but I think he's still not up for fitness for this high press. Well, he was probably fitter than anyone else on pre-season because his Swedish season lasted well in towards the pre-season. Dybala rejected a salary package of 75 million euros spread over 3 years because he wanted to stay at Roma. Now, that's loyalty. Shout out Paulo Dybala because that's loyalty. Fair play. I know that Roma probably wanted to move him on, but that's loyalty. Yeah, people keep telling me about this Sean Butler fella that he's gone offline. I don't know what happened, but yeah, I don't know what's going on. Brennan's a good kid, but seems scared. Might take pressure off if he's an impact sub. Well, the whole point of last season really wasn't actually for him to play lots of minutes. It was actually supposed to be for this season to play lots of minutes. I have no issues if he spends a bit of time on the bench getting up to speed and, and all that sort of vibe. I don't mind that. Let's see what we have in the other guys, Is there any right winger? No, we're not getting a right winger. Odebear is the right winger. Do I plan on collaborating with other Spurs YouTubers? Well, we're going to be bringing on someone into this channel for previews and or reviews, bit of both, if one or the other. For me, when it comes to like collabing, I kind of want to make sure that I can trust the person to, not waste anyone's time with, bad language, like be critical, not a problem, but stupid negativity, I'm not interested in. Be critical, be reasonable with it though. You know what I mean? So maybe bring someone else on this channel. I want to collab with other teams' YouTubers because when I do a preview, I want you guys to kind of watch the video and listen to a guy who supports that team. So all in all, I say, oh, this is the style of football they play. It'd be good for you to listen to someone and go, this is what we do. They've got more experience, So that's what I want to do. But I don't know who on earth I would get for that. I haven't got a clue where to start. I really don't. Bentancur's a huge miss. Agreed, Chris. Bergvall was like halfway through the season. Yeah, he's fairly fit. His account got hacked. Crikey. That's brutal, that. I think Divine will say potentially any other player we're signing. Definitely we're signing other players, in my opinion. Chris Johnson has had a bad season and was still poor on Monday. When do you draw the line? Who's Chris Johnson? The sprinter? Well, he was great in the 80s, wasn't he? Come on. He got hacked badly. Still not recovered. Brutal. Surely he's been allowed to come on to other people's channels to sort of stay relevant. Relevant's the wrong word, but you know what I mean. Surely he's been on other channels, Can we be able to join the conversations when you are live? Well, you'll still be able to join it like we are here. I don't always, I might not always do my previews live, but we'll see. PG friendly from what I've seen. Yeah, PG friendly is a big one. Sonny talk Spurs. I have to look at it. He's been gone for weeks, crikey. I don't rate Johnson, but I can tell he's been affected by negativity. Yeah, that's not helped, is it? Like I said, you don't have to love a player, but you have to at least support the player. Trust me, there's been players that have played for Spurs that have been way worse than Brennan Johnson, and I've still supported them, even though it's been hard. ECILA football. I think you said that to me, Hogan, actually. I think you sent that to me. I'll have to check them out. It's a bit clickbaity, but I like her analysis. I'll have to check them out. Chris Peters. Oh, all right. So I thought you were saying to another channel. Chris Peters, absolute legend. He's already becoming a legend of the chat, Chris. Chris Callan's opposition fans on his channel, like you have just suggested. Yeah, Chris Callan's name's come up one or two times in this channel. Yeah, Gabriel, a few people said actually, El Tel Cockrell as well. Since Ronaldo is a YouTuber now, any chance you're collaborating with him? I don't think what we do will align. I don't actually want to work with someone that has less subscribers than me. I'd love to work with Ronaldo. It'd be great. Sure. Spurs Rap does some great tactical vids. Nice. He watched Sava and done exactly what you did. Less. Don't have anything against the bloke. Just made me feel so down after watching. Again, if you don't like watching someone on Twitter, 3 dots, not interested in this post, or see less of this post. That's all you need to do. Perfect. No need to spread negativity. Good on you, Clinton. We're not spreading that. You didn't spread that negativity, so I'm proud of you, mate. Good on you, mate. Spurs Central, Richie Sachs, Last Word on Spurs. I do follow Last Word on Spurs on Twitter. I do know of them. Jose, okay. Caitlyn Jenner, Jesus, mate. Barnaby Slater's channel. Yeah, see, this is mental. I don't know any of these people. This is bloody mental how little I know about the Spurs world. What I would say is it'd be good to get people from other fan groups. Like when we play Everton, I'd love to get someone from Everton on the channel. When we play Newcastle, it'd be great to get someone from Newcastle on the channel. You know what I mean? That kind of vibe. That'd be so good. And in the EFL Cup and the FA Cup, I would love to get someone. If we played someone in League One, I'd love to get them on the channel so they can talk about their club because they're going to know so much more about it than we will. And actually, I think if you get them on your channel, I think it's great for them as well. It's good exposure for them. It'd be good exposure for me as well, which is nice. A good collab between the two. And I'd happily go on their channel. Not a problem, The rest are a bit meh. Oh, crikey. Rose EFC. Jesus, Daniel. Brutal, that, mate. Yeah, just see less of this. That's how I do it. Rose EFC, Ed, you say? Are they on YouTube? Let's have a look. Right, so it came up with mixed martial arts. Maybe it's Twitter. Maybe they're on Twitter. I'll have a look. See if I can find them. Okay, I can't see him. Had the same thing. 3 a.m. Friday morning here, and here I am. Peace and love from Malaysia, Andy Coys. Farhan, good morning to you, my friend. Good morning. Have you seen Ronaldo speak? Looks a robotic PR stunt. Yeah, well, behind the camera, I was like, it was like, Ronaldo, show personality. And he was like, I was like this, Ronaldo, smile. And he wasn't having it. So, couldn't do anything about it. Would you collab with Sava? I think our styles may clash a little bit. The Irish Supporter is a quality channel. They support all sides of an argument. I used to make podcasts for them. What, still motion? Talented man that you may be. Tottenham TV is, of course, the OG Spurs channel. Good lads. God, this is mental. I just don't know any of them. But there we go. Anyway, it might be Everton Rose on YouTube. Okay. Let me have a quick look at this, Ed. Let me have a quick look at this because I want to see. I think it might be Everton Rose. I think they're wearing pearls there. Oh, I think, is this him? Is this them? I think they've got a new page. Yeah. Our shop was a great channel for sure. Yeah, great lads, himself and Jack. Wow. And a flexing emoji just because I go to the gym. You know what I mean? But no, thank you so much all for joining me this evening. I do very much appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your evenings. More importantly, enjoy the rest of your evenings. I think there's some football on tonight that you can enjoy somewhat. But enjoy the rest of your evenings. All I can say is if Levy affects anyone day-to-day life, please seek help. Agreed, boy from the lane. It's never that deep. If you find it you're getting in too deep, reach out to people. That's the important thing. Enjoy the rest of your evenings, Terry. Legend. Enjoy your evening, mate. And I'll speak to you all very much soon for tomorrow to speak more Spurs, especially to our preview ahead of the first home game of the season. Enjoy your evening. And I'll speak to you all very, very soon. Peace.